We've added some texture to the turret using Mr. Surfacer 500. It's awfully simple. This one's gotten a little heavy. It's just the same as we did on the hull. We just take an old brush, we dip it in this Mr. Surfacer, and then we just dab it on to give it a little bit more texture. Now this kills two birds with one stone, especially on something like this that has the rails on it and whatnot. If there's a little seam or anything and doesn't match up perfectly to the turret, it'll fill that little seam in and cover it up, plus it'll give you a nice texture. Now it's we got a little bit on the edge of these rails. Once it's cured up, all you need to do is go ahead and scrape it off, or light sanding. Be real careful with it. Now cleanup is just plain old lacquer thinner. I've just got some decanted in this bowl, in this Tamiya thinner bottle. Cellulose thinner for my buddies in the UK, and yeah, pretty much anything with a cast turret, you want to do that, or a cold roll turret, you can do it. And if it's a little heavy, just knock it back with a little bit of sandpaper. But you do that, guys, it's going to give your models a much nicer, much more realistic texture, and it'll keep away from that smooth, glossy, shiny surface that you just don't see on anything other than, even the modern tanks have a little tiny bit of texture on the modern armor. So yeah, just remember that little trick. Well, the old 103 is in paint. We gave it a coat of the surface primer black and shot it with some, I'm honestly not sure, I don't remember what color I shot it with. It was kind of the I think a Vallejo olive green or olive yellow or something like that. Olive green, olive gray, I don't remember. But anyway, it's shot. I've got some of the detail painting done. There's not that much detail painting on it. Just a little bit, just a different shade of green on the jerry cans. Detail painted up the 50 cal. Paints up pretty good. Got the periscopes painted. As you can see, we've got the battle damage painted. Yeah, it looks bright and shiny, but it'll tone down a bit. The Pioneer tools, which are there, and the exhaust pipe, and of course the tracks. Those single piece tracks, those tracks actually paint up to be quite nice and detailed. So there was a few little glitches on the build up on this, but it actually turns out to be quite a nice little tank. Although I'm still, that turret just seems out of scale, funky sized, but maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Hey guys, Glox 42. Oh, we're gonna call this one done. The weathering's been fighting me at every turn, so we're gonna call her finished. I gave it a little bit of a filter last night. It looks okay. I can't get it exactly where I want it to right now, so we're gonna put it up on the shelf for a little while. I know it needs some more dust and stuff, but I'm not feeling it, so we're just gonna let it go. Let's take a little closer look at it. We added some battle damage. See how much I can zoom in before it goes blurry. There we are. There's a bit of a bullet splash there right at the top. I made the penetrations with a soldering iron. Not too bad. It's okay. And just zoom back a bit. We added a little bit of filtering, or a filter, as you can see, along the turret. Clean that up a bit. And the running gear, the tracks are not too bad. All in all, it wasn't a great kit, but it didn't suck that badly. I'd probably give it about maybe a 2.5, maybe just a 3 out of 5 stars on this one. The turret still just seems a little bit out of kilter. They say that this did have some proportioning issues from what I've read online about it, but I guess, I don't know, since I don't have a M103 in my backyard to compare it to, I'll just have to go with what it was. But as you can see, it's a big wonky turret on basically what's an M48 chassis. not one of Dragon's better efforts. Some of the detail engineering is a little funky. The fit was good. I don't think I used any putty. I may have used a little tiny bit of putty along the bottom of the turret, but other than that, I think that was about it. The fit was actually quite good. Engineering was okay. So, you know, if you find it at a reasonable price, yeah, something different to add to your collection, something funky Cold War. So anyway, there you have it, guys. This was a long build. I've got quite a few parts to this one, so we'll get this posted up when we get it posted up. And there you have it, guys. The Dragon Black Label M103. Thanks for watching. Later, guys.